I remember this time. We're starting the music. Hold on. Not 25. I want it at 2. Ads start, if I remember correctly, in 1 minute, right? Or was it 2? I forget. I'll wait for ads start and then I'll continue. Where's my water? Oh, hi, Whitney. Background music streams? Yeah. Hold on, I gotta get some water. I'll be right back. Oh, goodness. Oh. Alright. Oh. Whew. Oh, hello, Elliot. Okay, so I'm a little sick. So I don't know exactly what it is, but apparently I've been suffering from it for like the whole week. And you know how diseases, when they get really bad, it's usually because it's at the end. Yeah. How's my day going? My day is going well. You know how I used to have, you know how I had like 3 cats? We found one of them a home. But we're keeping 2 of them. So we have a new cat. But we've been doing really well. Maybe a little sick. Not like that sick, but it's mostly a headache and a little sensitive. But it's something that's been going around the island, so it's not necessarily something really serious, I don't think. It's just a bug. But I definitely should be okay. We're gonna be doing some Ducat farming today. It'll be really good if I could find someone to join me, but I was actually supposed to... Actually, no, let me message him. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk about one thing. Kick is now connected to Caster Labs again. I don't know what it was, but there was something wrong with thing. Meow. You should put meow here. The Caster Labs is no longer broken, so I should be able to talk to the kick people now. Ugh. Water. Anything else good happening? I'm actually doing really good. It's all like really minor things. Something that's not entirely the best, but it's like a... You know, if you don't have the bad things, you never have the contrast between the bad and the good, so you don't appreciate the good. I definitely have enough bad things to appreciate the good. Which is probably a really... I'm not even sure if it's like a good way to look at it, it's just a way that I look at it that's like such a me way. Oh, I don't have any... Hey. Actually, I do have one bad thing. One bad thing is probably, like, not the best. Both of my controllers stopped working. So I can't play, Monster Hunter or Night Rain until I get them replaced. Oops, fuck. And, that's pretty unfortunate, but that's kind of sort of what happened. I'm not entirely a huge fan of that, but hey, you know, at least I managed to get rid of them and not accidentally use them and get mad about it. I had to make a decision, either leave them in the house and continue to get mad about it if I use them again, or just get rid of them and just be done with it. I actually said something like probably a little harsh, which was like, I spent like, I spent so much money and so much time on, Twitch. Like, what makes Xbox think that I'm gonna be spending any time on them, you know? Because once your trust is betrayed, it's really hard to get it back. So it's like, I'm gonna have to go get another controller, and I'm probably not gonna be very happy if that one breaks too. The way I see it is that a controller should probably at least last like maybe a year, maybe 2. That controller lasted me a week, so was it a week or was it 2 weeks? It was one of the two. But if it didn't last even a year, then that's bad. The thing is that people would say, oh, you can fix that by changing out the batteries, and I would feel like, yeah, but like, I'd rather have a plug-in controller that works when I plug it in only than having a controller where I have to replace batteries every single day. And I know there's a lot of people who probably would say, oh, like there's rechargeable batteries. Yeah. Those are the same kind of batteries that, when you have a bunch of kids in your house that have a lot of electronic toys, those are the first batteries that get taken out of your controllers to be used for those. So it's like a weird thing where it's like, do I go for convenience and replace the controller with a controller that can only be plugged in? Or do I go for, like, the proper fix, which is, like, getting batteries? And over here, like, I prefer to have it convenient rather than, like, having a fix that would be, like, the best fix, right? The convenient fix rather than the best fix, you know? Oh, yeah, I probably do have a bit of a scratchy voice, sorry about that. But it's like a weird thing where it's like... It's like a weird thing where I just don't really like, I don't really like inconvenience, and I actually realized this when I got the controller, when the controllers broke on me. I really don't like inconvenient shit. And this specific, like, piece of inconvenient stuff really hit me in a way that was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna just sit here and take it this time. I'm just, like, not gonna fuck around with this. So, I'm not. Yeah, so that's basically like a long story to say, like, I don't have any controllers anymore. So the streams are gonna be a little bit shorter. What I could probably do as well is I could play 2 different, like, games that are computer games. The thing is, I don't know what to play if that's the case, because I like Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter was gonna be, like, the week thing. Yeah. What do you think about TennoCon? Oh, I really liked TennoCon. TennoCon was amazing. And, I actually thought it wasn't gonna be Caliban, but it actually was Caliban. Which is interesting because they're not gonna be doing the male-male, female-female thing. Which is cool, I guess. I guess it is the fact that Caliban matches the situation, which is really nice. operator reworks, which I did say was coming, because they did have a questionnaire of like, hey, what do you want to keep? We're gonna do this eventually. I'm over here like, this is gonna happen within their 5-year, like within the amount of time that they said that their 5-year plan was, which I think the 5-year plan was around the new war. So they're on their 3rd or 4th year of their 5-year plan. So all of the things that they've been talking about are going to happen. It's just that they're picking different dates to do it, you know? And Oberon is getting rework, which is nice. I hope they don't mess up Oberon, but I'm not even sure what I would want for Oberon, because Oberon has this thing where I've never played him, like, at all. So I don't even know what I would want for him, right? And that's kind of the thing, is like, when you rework a character, yeah. When you rework a character, you have to take in consideration the people who play him already. Like, if they, like, for instance, if they were to rework Urelli, right? Let's say a good example. Like, they would have to take in consideration the players who play Urelli. And the one thing about that is it's very hard, because Urelli has 2 different kinds of players. It's the people who play with the board and the people who play without the board. So you would have to accommodate all of those players, right? And it's like, oh, but like that's 2 different kinds of players. That's not considering ability users, people like me who are just weapons platform users, the people who do a hybrid of both, the people who are like super hardcore meta junkies, you also have to take into consideration them too. And it's like, you ready? If you were to rework her, it would not be easy. She's an extremely difficult person. She's an extremely difficult frame to rework, because she has 2 different camps that are copies of each other, right? And the thing is that they play so differently from each other that nobody would be able to figure out what to do with her, right? One thing I'd probably think of if they were to rework Urelli is this. Maybe make the 4 continuous suck. That's probably the only thing I can think of that everybody would want. Other thing is maybe I don't know. Like, yeah. I guess so. The thing is, other than all of his abilities are very weak, yeah. A lot of his abilities are... The best way to say it is kind of sort of how it is with, like, Frost. Back before he got a little bit of tweaks. Oberon feels like a frame that was made for a really different era of Warframe. And now, Warframe isn't what it used to be, which is both a good thing and a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But like, Warframe is not what it used to be, and there's a lot of frames that are still built around the old stuff. The new stuff is never stop moving, never stop shooting, never stop killing, right? You're just constantly killing shit. And that's kind of sort of the direction that a lot of frames are going. But like, Oberon is this weird thing where he doesn't really do that. Does that make any sense? He can armor strip, but his armor strip is something that he stays still for, which I think is probably the biggest thing. Plus, you have to hit them with multiple abilities before the armor strip even happens. And a lot of the best frames are frames that can do something in 1 or 2 button presses, right? If you want to control support, yeah. The thing is, there is a place for control support, But there's two ways you can do it. The two ways two things that have to change for that. For one, he has to be able to shoot at the same time. And for two, I think he needs a way to gather enemies together. Or he needs damage vulnerability. Armor strip is fine, but like he needs to do so many things to do it that there's always like literally just putting pillage on somebody and doing the armor strip in a single button press versus doing like multiple button presses and then here you go, there's armor strip, right? Because that's 2 buttons. It's either 2 or yeah, I think it's 2, and then you have to shoot them, right? Meanwhile, pillage, you press the button once and their armor strip and their CC, right? Ah! Gee. But that's kind of like the thing is, like, a control frame, even a control frame is a lot different than they used to be. Because, the control frames nowadays either bring people together, do damage vulnerability, or they can move while using their abilities, while also shooting at the same time. Like, Ducat is a good example. I can move. They actually fixed a lot of her by literally allowing her to move while casting her 4. And she can now move, and that's actually fixed a lot of her issues. She doesn't have to be out using the board for that. But it's constant movement, constant killing, constant damage, all that stuff. Like you never stop moving, you never stop killing, right? Hell, I mean, I'd even say, like, Ivara has this weird thing where she's kinda, sorta, almost there, but not really. Ivara has a few abilities that don't do enough, like, stuff towards doing damage. She has to sit still to use a lot of her abilities, right? Which I guess is the gameplay style for that, but it costs so much energy that you're like, okay, well, how do I trigger this often without having to use like she's the one that's able to do damage cap really easily, but like she has this thing where it's so slow that there's a reason why most Ivara players play alone, right? Because it's not fun to just sit there and try to nuke an entire area, which you can do, and then have like a Ureti or something surf by and destroy all of them without even realizing that they're killing your enemies, right? I've had that. I've not had that. I've done that before. I've accidentally killed all of the enemies that an Ivara was gonna nuke, right? The thing about Oberon is that every other support is faster by a mile. Yeah. And if they want to go support and maybe even CC, that's also another thing, is like the whole argument of like why use this when you could use this, which is very valid.
That's it. You open
I do kind of sort of agree to a point where it's like you might like a playstyle, but if the playstyle is really similar to something else and it does it way better, like there's like you would want to play something else, right? I'd say Araxia and Ureti are very similar, but there's a difference between being a spider and being on a K-drive, and I think that's such a big difference that I do swap between the two. But if Araxia's like whole shtick works like a K-drive, I think I would actually use her above Ureti. Just because like they kind of sort of work the same anyway. It probably is like a little bit of a weird thing, but like I also have an emotional attachment to Ureti, so yeah, Oberon getting a rework. Yeah, we're talking about it. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for Oberon players. I was watching a Mr. Warframe guy video, and he was laughing about how there's only 2 Oberon players. And over here, I'm like, damn, dude. Then again, he was also like joking about Mickey, I think. Now I hear I'm like, that's I don't like that. Are brother chains and sister Ducat. Yeah. I really like those. Legitimately, I'm a huge fan of the designs. But maybe some women out there already hold Rosemary Baby. Wait, ready? There's a Rosemary Baby, sigil? Is it a sigil? Not sigil, a, ephemera? Or is her name Rosemary? Is her name Rosemary? That's a really interesting name for her. Rosemary Baby. I forget what Rosemary Baby is the devil offspring from the movie. Oh! Oh, I remember now! Yeah, Rosemary's Baby! I remember that movie. That movie was fucking crazy. That movie was a fever dream. Oh my god. But yeah, I think, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, you know, that's a good-looking devil. That's a really good-looking devil, so... I think I know what the hell is the time. Yeah. that movie was a fucking acid trip. I really don't care about the Warframes, but the new Warframe designs look sick. I'm interested in what it's gonna be about. Yeah. See it kinda is. This is how I feel about the proto frames. I think they're cool, but I don't think it should be like the new Warframe, specifically because of the reason of the appeal of Warframe, at least for me, was the fact that playing with a Warframe is like playing with a really cool doll. And the thing about playing with dolls, as someone who actually has played with dolls, is you can project a personality onto the doll that you want it to have. Like, Yuretti's personality is supposed to be a card captor like personality, and I would actually say that I would prefer a Madoka Magica style personality, like I have a doll, the big one that's actually a shotgun. Hell yeah! But like a Warframe to me is like a big doll, right? Especially since like when it comes to like me putting a Madoka Magica style personality onto Yuretti, it's like a somewhat mentally ill, emotional wreck of a character. I think that I'd match Warframe a little bit more anyway. Plus, I mean, like, I don't know, I have a weird thing for mentally ill women. That's terrible! I'll have the Warframe with Warframe personalities or backstories if one more Umbra type Warframes. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like a... It's like a weird thing... Oh, well... It's like a weird thing where, the fact that they don't move around is kind of like not great. If they were more Umbra-style Warframes, which is like... Keep in mind, a long time ago they actually promised that, but they couldn't figure it out. So they just made Umbra. Which is like not great, but I do wish they would redo that design philosophy. And it's like a weird thing. It's like, oh, but like, what about having like Warframes in the story and stuff? And it's like, the thing about having the Warframes in the story is this: none of them actually like move around and actually do shit. And Warframe has said, like, legitimately, that the original Warframes were sentient. And then we're shown Tal, which, by the way, our character was assigned as the pilot of, Excalibur Prime. And you're gonna tell me that Excalibur Prime is brain dead? What? No, that Excalibur Prime is supposed to be the Excalibur, like one of the Excalibur Primes. He's not supposed to be brain dead. It's it kind of like wasn't. I guess they're moving away from that.
Has been cracked open.
And then they have Jade. I guess like Jade is like a special case, not an actual, like, supposed to be the actual thing. And then there's also stuff like that. Umbra Baroque would be too good. Yeah, I think Umbra Baroque would be pretty gnarly, pretty great. I have this weird thing where it's like, yeah, I feel like they never use or mention again the fact that Umbras exist. Yeah. The thing is that they kind of sort of like, they never use the fact that Warframes are supposed to be sentient if they're the original. To a point where it's like, I think they're going against that. But then again, like, Warframes devs still mention stuff like that, right? Also that, anti-Umbra mods and stuff when you use them in the circuit. Really? That's cool. Wait! So that means he is an Umbra. So is that what they're going with? Is that Umbras are the ones that do that? Okay, if that's the case, then it's a little bit interesting. Not like more interesting than what I was thinking, but still interesting, right? Because like if that's what they're going with, then I guess like there are Umbras and stuff like that, and I guess Jade was one too, or something weird stuff. But like, man, I kind of miss back in the day when they used to drop like lore bits about the Warframes and their original owners. Like, according to an actual like lore bit in the Tenno, like in the actual like written lore, Mag has a really bad temper, and not only has she crushed an entire space station with her powers, but she also broke her original operator's arm in a fit of rage. She did feel bad about it, and she actually like atoned for it. But that was like a whole entire thing about like the Mag atoning for her lack of control over her anger. And that was actually them establishing that Warframes have really unstable emotions. And their emotions are really extreme, right? Their emotions are really extreme, right? The Warframes, you know, they're more accurate, less skill. Yeah, yeah, in the trailer, what they were doing is they said, like, they are showing, like, us back when we were in our prime, essentially. Yeah. It's like... Yeah, it's a thing where, like, we lost our potential because when the Lotus locked us into stasis, she put us in there for too long, and we lost our memories. And judging by how Affinity works, which is actually why it's like this, Affinity is us remembering how to use this gear, right? We've used every single weapon, and we know how to use every single frame. To a point where we can bring their... Like, we're basically, like, top YouTuber style of Warframes, all of us. Warframe players, technically all of us. But we lost our memories, and now we are where we are, right? So, but what we were seeing is us before we lost our memory. And we were fucking badass. Like, we were crazy amounts of power. Like, the Tenno were nothing to be fucked with. The only person who really fucked with us was, like, Balix. And that was because he was, like, some sort of, like, god at the time. Right? And, you know, gods will control other gods and stuff like that, you know? And it's like a weird, it's like, the lore has been talking about. By the way, there's operator engineering over there. Yeah, but it's a weird thing where it's bringing us to what we imagined we were supposed to be. Because keep in mind, according to literally something that was in the game until they removed it, Excalibur is able to pulverize a dying star, and they would mine what was left of it. So that's the kind of shit where we're supposed to be dealing with, right? We're supposed to be controlling something that can pulverize a dying star. Yoreli is not supposed to be so weak that she needs starving slave children to defend her. I will always be pissed off about this. But now, what they have with Excalibur Umbra in that trailer is more towards what they were able to do. You know? Like, Excalibur was being pushed through the ground, but he wasn't, like, budging. His arms were still, like, steady. So he was as powerful as he should have been, you know? I do think Warframe definitely is going for more quality. I do appreciate that. I was not expecting Tau to be so crazy, you know? Oh yeah, the operator ults, yeah, I believe each one has a different operator ult, yes. I think that was the Matarai one. But yeah, they're reworking operators. They're also making a quest to teach us how to mod. And, people were saying that DE doesn't know how to mod because they put Blast on an Ignis, and my argument against that is this. They were trying to show us something that required them to not have damage over time, right? And if they're showing us something that was required to not have damage over time, then of course they're gonna use something that doesn't do damage over time, right? All that power only for a corpus level boy to delete us with his funny ability eraser. Yeah, exactly. I think one thing as well is nullifiers were like Pablo's idea, and the reason why he made them is because I think he was the one who proprietored the thing of like, it's better to work for your power rather than to just be like constantly invincible. And he's been working on that for years, actually. And if you noticed, a lot of his reworks have been about working for your power, but having that power you work for be like super good. Not only that, but working for your power in a way that isn't even that hard, right? You just have to pay attention. Like, I'm gonna show you. Valkyr's rework, I actually tested it. It's actually not too bad. Like, honestly. Because, like, her passive is just Wukong's passive mixed with Garuda's passive, right? Although I don't complain about Bubble Boys, it's nice to have something to keep you in those. Exactly, yes. I think it's actually a good thing. Nullifiers are definitely, like, a good thing. Because if we were just left to play this game like brain dead and stuff, I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't feel like, it wouldn't feel good to play this game. It would just be us dawdling away as if it were some sort of like machination and stuff. Did you receive your Valkyrie Prime drop? No, I didn't. I didn't watch the TennoCon. I wanted to do a watch party of TennoCon, but I got sick. Which is unfortunate. And whenever I'm sick, I don't actually lose consciousness when I'm sleeping. So I technically was conscious for the past 3 days. Actually, is this the third day? No, it's been 2 days. I've been conscious for the past 2 days. I've been able to rest, but not necessarily sleeping. If that makes any sense. But I'm rested. I'm just a little bit like, not exhausted, but I'm just like, bah, you know? If that makes any sense. But I was supposed to do a, anniversary thing. Usually I do a channel checkup thing for the people who've been here for a while. I was actually thinking of like not doing that this year. But what I want to do is I want to build more weapons. Because I need to stick to the thing that is actually what my audience wants. Like I said, it's extremely difficult to branch out to a different thing. Because, especially if you're starting off in Warframe, because Warframe players are extremely lenient with the shit that you do, right? Warframe players are people who, weirdly enough, love, like, fun. There's a lot of people who love fun. And then I go to Elden Ring. Those people do not like fun. I'm sorry. Elden Ring players, when you make content for them, they do not like fun. They like serious shit. Because I've actually watched a bunch of Elden Ring content creators too. And I look at their comment section, and all of them, not all of them, but like a lot of them are just talking shit. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy is just having fun. This guy's doing a build that isn't meta. And it's working, as you can see. And you're mad? Why? And it just, you know. But yeah, I tried to branch out, and unfortunately I tried to branch out to fucking, I tried to branch out to fucking Elden Ring. That wasn't gonna work. What's happening? Fuck. I'm stuck? Huh? What the hell? You see this? Oh! Ooh, okay, I'm not stuck anymore. Weird. What the fuck? You see that? I can like do that though. Let me stretch. Stretch. Oh, my head. I got a little bit of a headache, just a little bit. But I was gonna try and like do some other stuff, but I don't know. I mean, I got some good practice with editing, but not editing, but like more cutting. I did some like research to figure out what I'm doing wrong, and one of the things I actually learned is watch your own videos and see like when you want to turn off, and watch your own streams for like an hour straight and see if you like it. And I'm just like, I don't think it's good advice because I don't see anything wrong with it. That's probably like a bad way to say it. That watch your stuff and see if you want to watch it, because I do want to watch what I'm making, right? I like watching the stuff that I'm like watching, making, and stuff like that. And like, oh, what else could be the problem over here? Like, the only thing I can really think of, like, absolutely, is maybe my model being not a dude is a bit of an issue. Actually, speaking of which, I actually want to do that. I don't know why this reminded me, but I wanted to do this. I wanted to make myself smaller. 400. That's the only thing I can think of. I actually looked. I actually went to a post and I was like, hey, like, could you guys like, you know, share with me like your thoughts, and like I need input. And nobody like answered, and it happens every single time where it's like I ask for input and you have like one or two things. It's either nobody answers or somebody is like, "Don't be a people pleaser." So, there was actually somebody who said that, and we're over here like, eh. I will say straight up, it is very true, because I will not click on a male model, but if I find a femboy model, or like a model that's like a guy, but like it's cute model, and the person is like hella like fruity, I like it, I really do. And so I'm over here like, okay, if I like it, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I mean, look at this. Wait, hold on. Oops, no, I tried to do something. I mean, look at this. Boom. Look at his cute little feet. Look at his cute little feet. Boing, 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 boing. Because, like, I don't think it's the fact that I'm a guy with a VTuber model that's female. Because, like, I think that really isn't a bad thing. Especially since the thing is my voice is very high-pitched and soft. Well, not soft, but soothing. So being a magical girl probably does help. But, I don't know. Also, I guess I can have you help me out. Is this too small, or should I, like, put it, like, in between where it was before, which was, I think was, like, 200? Right now it's on 400 pixels. Well, the top is at 400. Is this too small? Should I make this a little bigger? On like 100 pixels? I think I might want to make it bigger here. What, the chat? No, my model. So there's a red box around my model. Maybe like 50 pixels? Okay, let's see. 50 pixels. So here, it's at 349 now. Is this good? Do you think this is fine? Or maybe like 100 probably was better. That's good? Okay. Sorry, I didn't clarify. I have a box around my model, and the top of it is at 350 pixels. So, also, the shorts was not working. I got a few subscribers from it, but I was just like, it lowered my average likes. I was just like, whoa, that's pretty bad. So I actually unsubscribed from that shorts thing. So I'm not gonna be doing shorts anymore. I think that was probably a bad call. Because I was trying to do like anything I could to make my streams good. Because I was worried about the streams not doing well. I think I'm doing okay now. I think legitimately the problem, I think it's fine. Altruistic most of the time. I'm looking for another thing, so don't. Yeah, that's true. Although yeah. I think most of the time, like, people are listening to you in the background, and I do have a voice that is pretty good to listen to. So I think I'm doing well there. I try to talk about interesting things all the time, which I hope I'm doing well on. But other than that, I think I'm good. The thing that I'm probably thinking is probably a big issue, the last issue that I have is probably discoverability. But that's like an issue you can't really solve on your own. That's something that, like, you know how, like, there's like 3,000 people watching right now, and it's mostly because there's like what, 300-400 people visiting. So streaming. Yeah, I'm in VC. I'm ready.
Whoa. Whoa.
I actually was okay. You know how bad? You know how it got? You know how like I was saying like, oh, I work really good alone. I actually was. You know how I meditate sometimes. I actually was meditating on this thing of like. I was specifically meditating on like what I could do to fix my shit. And I actually thought it was something really interesting. I don't think I need to change much. I think I already changed the things that matter. The thing I probably should be working on though is talking about interesting things. In most cases, that's just staying on topic.
Anything this place is missing is
So the best thing to do is just to stay talking about the game, or in my case, like content creation in general. You know? But like talking about something like super like super aggressive opinion about something that doesn't matter is probably not what I want to do. I talk about content creation a lot just because I'm trying to like get people's opinion. Because the best opinions for someone who's growing is actually their own audience. So it's probably not what everybody believes, but it's definitely something that I believe. Oh shit, Umber Former? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the fucking gifts of the Lotus things are out.
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
Did you already do them?
I did not know.
Yeah, let's go do them.
But I'm laying in bed. I can't really use that as a fucking excuse anymore. Hold on.
You can lay on your belly and just play Warframe with one hand.
No, I have to figure out how to fucking. I have to deal with iPad controls.
Oh.
Because I'm too lazy to grab my controller for the other side of the room.
Yeah. Path of least resistance. So says Shaolin Showdown. One thing I know about content creation is about making memes for streamers. Yeah. I honestly wouldn't mind having memes made. It's just that we would have to figure out what. Well, inside jokes kind of sort of spawn on their own. Like, one thing is like me gaslighting myself. I've gaslit myself so often. I'm over here like thinking about something that I don't think it's real, then I think it's real, then I don't think it's real, then I have to Google it. And it's just like, I just gaslit the shit out of myself for like 20 minutes. Or,
Yep.
What's another one? Me getting my whole entire team killed, but as soon as I'm playing with randoms, I end up being the fucking VIP. And it's like, how is that a thing? We have communication. How am I killing you guys? But as soon as I go on randoms, I'm like the MVP. That's weird.
We shall never know.
I don't know. I work really well. I work really well with signals rather than talking because a lot of people talk different ways. And in my head, I'm thinking about something in a way that isn't like a short form version. Like, in my head, I'm thinking of full sentences. Keith is more like saying something in code, so I have to decipher the code in my head. Meanwhile, I'm also trying to make content. And when we're playing together, I'm trying to have a conversation. So, I'm over here trying to decipher a code while also having a conversation. It's not very easy.
It really isn't.
Yay. I do have, like, surprisingly bouncy titties right now, though.
Proof.
I'm probably not the only one who has grabbed themselves by the chest and is just like,
Oh, I've done that way too often than I would like to admit.
Yeah.
Just randomly just grab my own titty for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, do I have a reason to grab my titty? No. Do I do it anyway? Yes.
Yeah. Bombastic side eye. Yeah. Okay, I actually did learn one thing from making clips that's actually pretty interesting. You know how I try to stay interesting as much as possible? What I was trying to do a lot was I was trying to set up that website to give me clips, and it goes by what I say, right? Which I think is a good way to teach people to say off-the-wall shit or like interesting things. Because since it goes by what you say and not what you do, you have to say something. Or react to something. And it kind of sort of instilled in my head the need to like react to things with my voice and also say things that's pretty off the wall. But
There's a need for weed.
Yeah. It's a really interesting thing where I think it still was good for my content. I just probably shouldn't have made clips. One thing as well is I don't think I should have made clips for Elden Ring, if that makes any sense. Because here's the thing, the Warframe clips did really well. I'm not even gonna lie about that. The Warframe clips did extremely well. It was the Elden Ring clips that were doing horrible. And that's why I say like the Elden Ring community is like kind of difficult to like appease, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like trying to trying to like be a jester for like some sort of king, but like the king just doesn't like what you do. It's kind of like that thing is like one king would be super nice while the other one is like super critical of everything you do because they're like the big king, you know? And it's like when it comes to shorts, like Warframe actually really liked my shorts. The Warframe audience really liked my shorts, but like when it came to Elden Ring stuff and Monster Hunter stuff, it was like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. But you're like, what? I didn't do anything. I was just having fun. And it's like, I guess like that, I guess the whole thing of like, you have to have an emotional reaction to things for it to be good. I guess you also have to have like, some sort of value besides emotions, because, how do I even say this? Let's say as far as Dark Souls community, but yeah, those are usually the ones that are on the internet though. I was getting likes. I actually was getting likes, and I actually got some pretty nice comments. So there was actually like a couple of people who liked it. And I was over here like, oh, I don't know if I would like, I don't know what I should do. You know, and I finally decided like, you know, I probably would like to get rid of the shorts at least, right? Because they were fun, they were super fun, but when I would look at the analytics and it's just like, oh, by the way, you got 1 like and like 20 fucking dislikes, it's like, okay, sorry, I guess.
We cannot let enemy
I should leave before they find out that was me.
Well, it just turned into an exterminate,
Oh,
so...
damn it.
Thanks, Lotus, you fucking asshole.
Lotus says everybody must die.
Why you have to choose violence, ma'am?
Oh, and the Monster Hunter community had this one guy. You remember? I remember talking about this, but I don't think I talked about it on stream. There was a guy who was like, "Hey, you're a grown man with a female avatar. You should probably grow the fuck up. I think he called me like an F word, the bundle of sticks word. Over here, like, dude, like, for one.
Oh, the funny gay slur.
Yeah, and I was like, for one, you said something so extreme and so like aggressively that YouTube blocked you, and I don't even have like moderation, right? I don't even have moderation on. And for two, I'm not the one that has to grow up.
Mission complete.
Like, it's not really bothering me, it's just like a thing that I wanted to share because it's really interesting. I'm not the one who has to grow up, because I'm not going to some random person and crying on a short that that they're doing something I don't like. So I guess I'm the mature one here, but then again, you know, I could probably also turn you into content because you make a really good story. Especially since, lo and behold, I'm the only one who saw that comment because, you know, it was blocked by YouTube, of all things. And it sounds more like an asshole that just found your short by accident. Yeah, probably. He probably found it by accident and stuff. I don't know. But the shorts weren't going well. I did get a lot of support on them though. There was like a consistent likes. So there must have been like a consistent like set of people who were liking them. Because like I would get like a bunch of dislikes but no comments. And then I would get like 1 or 2 likes, and then I would get like this really nice comment. And it's like, I don't know.
This is a mobile
I'll probably
defense
try the shorts next time. But not next time, but later. Maybe once I get more settled mentally. But I guess I have to wait till then. But I have that website still logged in my thing, and I would say like I'll try it again. I just have to get my head in a good space. Because right now it kind of sort of is in creator growth mode, if that makes any sense. And when your head is in creator growth mode, you kind of start having this thing where it's kind of like your goal at the time. And this usually happens around this time. It's also the same thing I had last year, where it's like I gotta reach 500 subscribers or it would be bad. Over here, like in my head, I'm just like, I want to beat. For some reason, my stream is my goal. I want to beat 450 subscribers on the, not subscribers, but followers on the stream. Cause like, and that's why I like have been focusing on the stream a lot. But unfortunately, I've been neglecting the video, guys. I'm over here like, I realized that because I noticed how long it's been since I posted a video, and over here like, I need to stop neglecting my other audience in favor of an audience that that is technically new because I just switched to this time zone, right?
Terminal hacked.
So if I switch to this time zone just now, technically I'm on a fresh start. So I shouldn't worry about it so much that I'm sacrificing another audience, right? Because This is a level, what level is this again? Is this a level 10 mission? Let me see.
It's like level 10 to 15, yeah.
What the fuck?
Maybe they're AFK.
I think so. I don't know.
No? Huh?
Yeah, they were moving and they were shooting at things, and they have the nuke core. What do they have? What is happening?
No, this is level 10 so far.
My brain cannot compute. My brain cannot compute, guys. This other guy's name is Weird World, and he's playing Sevagoth. And Sevagoth, I know for a fact is squishier than Araxia.
For sure. I'm surprised I haven't gone down yet. I'm not used to levels at all.
Yeah. Oh, you're Lavos?
Yeah.
cool. I didn't recognize his head. His head was just like... His head kind of sort of reminds me of like... You know those floppy-eared cats? I don't know why, but he...
The meme one or like the actual one known for
like
its floppy ears?
the one, the meme one that's like
Okay, yeah, I know
yeah,
what you're talking
like
about.
a kitten that has like really small ears because you know it's a kitten with a really fluffy head, and which is similar to the one that wrapped its paws around its head and was like having an absolute like. What was the meme? Blood suddenly became aware. I think that was the meme. It's like the cat suddenly became aware and like started panicking. That was like it became real. I wonder what that cat's.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I wonder what that cat's doing now because I'm pretty sure it turned out to be a star. I don't know. Unless they just decided, you know, take pictures of it when it was a kitten and then stopped. I mean, if you're gonna make your cat into a icon of memes, you should at least update people on what its status is. It probably is like a really well-adjusted cat now, hopefully.
Hopefully. I think it was just like some random cat somebody decided to turn into a meme. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, there's a video of this
Some
cat,
people
like,
do that.
yeah, it's a random kitten that was just like grabbing its head and going, yeah, and then somebody turned it into a meme, which I think had video. I think I know what cat. I don't know. I think it's like the. I think they call it the panic attack cat. The self-aware cat. I don't know, whichever one.
The odds were against us, Tenno. But
Mental breakdown cat.
mission complete.
Something like that. I don't like iPad controls at all. I'm too lazy to grab my controller, but I really need to fucking grab it so it don't complain on stream.
Yeah. It's like the Revenant when no incantations that do damage. Meow. Oh wait, that could be a meme. Gina with no Black Flame. I love Black Flame. Black Flame is like the build that I made just because it's so common. But I've gone several rounds without getting it. Oh, we get both? Cool.
Yeah.
I've had like several rounds where it's just like, oh, by the way, no Black Flame for you. I'm over here like, so I'm going melee then. It's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, we're going melee with the squishiest character in the game in a Dark Souls game. Alright.
Did you see my fish?
Your fish? You have a fish?
I said my fish.
Your fashion. Oh, yeah. I clicked the wrong thing. Ooh. Devil frame before devil frame? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah! I never got the hands. Wait. Oh, but it's over now. Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you grab the Sigma?
I did not. I don't know.
Yeah, the
this...
hands grabbing my head.
Oh! They came out with Cool Noodle Prime.
Yeah, the fucking... Yeah, for dog days.
I want the what are they called? These squishy balls? I forget what they're called. These splat things? The water balloons? I want those as a throwing weapons skin. Then I would use throwing weapons a lot more. Then I'd probably use the water gun, throwing weapon, the water balloons, and the pool noodle. Yeah. I just use that on your rally and you just be like the most unserious your rally out there. With a fucking inner tube because she's like kind of like weird like that. It's like, you can't swim. It's like, no, I just like these things. It's like, what? You just like, yeah. Cause I can swim myself, but I actually don't. I like the inner tubes. Inner tubes are cool.
Oh, but I was say, I hope a fucking Hawaiian can swim.
Yeah, I can. Not very long though, because apparently I have heavy bones, which is interesting. And it's like, oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? And they said like, well, you're durable, but you also sink pretty easily in water. I'm like, oh, okay. Because like that's actually a thing, is that you can have big bones, but it doesn't make you wider. You know, like how big people say that it makes them wider. It's actually the fact that like they're not as buoyant. But if I remember correctly, when they get older, they do break easier. If I remember. It was either yeah.
It's all of that like weight becomes bone marrow, and it actually makes your bones more fucking hollow and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I have heavy bones. Like, oh, is that your excuse for being fat? I am fat, but I'm not that fat, I don't think. Actually, Mom was like, you're not getting fat, stop calling yourself fat. And I'm over here like, it keeps me skinny, if that makes any sense. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, if I just keep calling myself a fat ass, I'll eat less. That's how I ended up losing weight a lot, because I was being called a fat ass. Eventually I was just like, fuck it then. Fuck it then, I'm losing weight. Lost like 100 pounds in a year. I'm like, yay. Yeah. Which I don't think is healthy to lose it that quickly.
No, not healthy in slightest.
Yeah. Because I actually did it in a very unhealthy way too, but like, it was the way I did it. You're sick, there's a difference? Hell yeah. Well, I have been walking a lot more, and I actually did notice that my ass is perkier, so I do be having a cute ass. Like, not the cutest ass, but, I mean, it's not like mochi levels of, like, badonkadonk, but, like, it's cute. It's like, it's like, what? You seen Mochi's ass? It's like, hell yeah, I did. Oh yeah, another runner? Yeah. Yeah, it's like... I've mostly been, like, walking, but I was actually considering, like, running at some point. I think, the one thing is, I actually told my mom about this, and she actually understands now that she actually experienced it herself. Eventually we're gonna move just so I can be able to walk on flat ground. I told her straight up, like, the only issue I have with walking is the fact that I have to go up a mountain. If I was on flat ground, I would be all over the city, but we're not on flat ground. Because, like, there's a difference between getting exercise and hurting yourself. And every single time I do go up the mountain and down the mountain, I do hurt myself. So yeah. By the way, my dice still is sore from running this afternoon. Nice. Yeah, you exercised that butt. But yeah, I've been walking like around the house mostly. But as soon as we move down the mountain, I'm gonna be moving all over the place. And my sister's like, oh, you're not gonna do it over here. Like, back in I think it was Pearl Ridge. Was it Pearl Ridge? It was near Pearl Ridge or like Pearl City, one of the two. Back in Pearl City, near the park, when we lived over there, I was walking every day because there was food nearby. Of course I'm walking to food. I get my exercise, I get my food, I get to sit around and watch people do stupid shit, which was funny whenever you saw somebody do stupid shit, and I just walk home. I get my exercise twice and I get fed once. I'm good. Well, sometimes I take food home, actually. It was around the time when I started, like, losing weight. So I was eating one meal, twice a day. That makes any sense? So, I was like I was enjoying doing that. So my sister is not entirely correct. Okay, I'm usually someone who won't do the thing that they say they're gonna do, but in most cases it's because something comes up. And you know how I am, affected by all the sensations in my life, so I like running because it makes me move less. I'm a very hyperactive person. Right now I'm walking in circles while riding this, hell yeah. Talking about exercise does cause people to get up and want to exercise, I'm not gonna lie. I even caused myself to get up and start walking around when I was talking about it. What's this YouTube notification? Oh, I'm apparently on my other channel on my phone. Cool. But I wish I could say more still. Yeah.
Jenna, question.
What's that?
Am I still grabbing your boba when I come to visit?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, no, speaking of which, I got you the heat and electric mods for all weapons. You made a funny meme about me? Yeah.
About
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Wait, hold on, like the 6060s?
The 6060s.
Well,
6060.
yeah, about that. I have all the 6060 heat in my electric modes now.
Well, I have the ability to give anybody the 6060s, so I'm happy. Actually, did I?
Yeah, because barrel relay.
Yeah. Barrel relay.
Boom.
Actually, let me check. You probably post it in the memes section and in the media section. That'd be cool. I have it pulled up. I want to see what this is. I must see. Actually, is Elliot in thing? I don't know if she is.
And the Discord?
I think so. Or would it be in Phoebe's one? I think that's one of Phoebe's people. Oh.
I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, it is Phoebe's. One of Phoebe's. Okay.
No, I'm not in Phoebe's server anymore.
What? Why? What happened? You're not.
This was a while ago, Jenna.
Oh, okay. I can post it in Jelly's Discord? Yeah, you can do that.
I'll text you the reason why.
Okay. I'm being texted. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, okay. You want back in?
I feel like Phoebe's gonna question it, so probably just send me the meme directly.
Reaction. Yeah. Yeah, I do be okay. I do be watching my own stuff sometimes, but there's actually a reason for it. It's due to the fact that one of the things about being a content creator is that you have to be able to stomach your own shit. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Like, you kind of sort of have to really, like, stomach your own shit, and like, that's kind of sort of a really important thing to be able to do. It's like, that's like the main thing. I know, like, a lot of people are like, oh, but it's not that complicated. I'm over here like, mostly it's not that complicated because a lot of people have, I don't even say this. A lot of people kind of sort of do the right thing on accident. It's kind of like a thing where, like, you probably are really interesting. It's just that you don't understand why. And there's a lot of people who aren't interesting who are trying to learn how to be interesting. Does that make any sense? Technically, I am interesting. It's just that I'm also not socialized. Like, I'm very unsocialized. So I have this interesting thing where, yeah, if you don't like your videos, you expect to like them, or for some big YouTubers, yes. If you don't like your own videos, how do you expect other people to like them? And I will say, straight up, I do like my own videos. And that's why I'm having trouble figuring out what the problem is. And it's like, oh, would you click on this thumbnail? Like, yeah, I would click on this thumbnail. That's why I made the thumbnail the way I did. And it's kind of like a thing where you can't really use yourself as a benchmark of would you click on this, right? Because that's what I realized that is a little bit of an issue. Is I have the problem where I'm completely okay with what I'm doing. The problem is something is wrong and I don't know what it is. The problem is all of the solutions are, I think it's called introjection, where it's like you're looking in at yourself. But that's the problem. I don't know what's wrong. And according to a bunch of people, like a very concerning amount of people, I'm a very underrated channel. And even they have no idea why. I'm just like, what do I do? You know? Because there's a lot of people telling me I have potential. And I'm trying my best to use that potential. But I've gotten to a point where I kind of sort of need someone's help. Because I don't really know what the issue is, you know? And here's the thing that I'm thinking, like legitimately I'm thinking this is probably what the issue is. My videos are fine. They're just not something, they're not on the topic of what people like. And that's what I was thinking to myself while I was meditating. My meditation section came out with something along those lines, right? You know, it's like a thing of like, it's a thing of where like, I'm just like, my videos format is great. I just don't use it on things people care about. And I think the one thing that's a really big issue is I need to focus on things that are current, and the thing is I'm always late to shit. And it's like when an update comes out, I do have a really good amount of people watching, right? But once the update is like a week old, nobody's watching. And the reason why I know this is because people have already watched a YouTube video on this subject, right? It's the same thing with everybody else. It's like, why watch a Nightmare Frame video about a weapon that is good when somebody already made the same video twice over, about 2 days before he did, right? It applies to him too, but then again, he's Nightmare Frame, so it's like, but I saw that, it's like, Nightmare Frame makes a video on a Warframe that just came out, but he's like 2 weeks late, and everybody else has like double his views, right? Because like, people are like, okay, you're late, buddy, we don't want your opinion. And I'll wait here like, okay, I wanna make a Valkyrie video, and people are like, yeah, I wanna see that Valkyrie video. I make it and it gets like 70 views and I get upset about it. But it's like, there's so many people who made Valkyrie videos that just like, what did I expect, right? Nobody made a video on Jade's like augment though, so I could probably do that. Also, oh, Des, did I make you a mod on Kick yet? I still
don't think you have. No.
Hold on, I'm gonna ban this bot then. First comment from Kick is a fucking bot. Sorry, guys.
You still haven't made me a mod there. Either I just can't ban on mobile whatsoever.
I don't know. I should probably see if I can fix that.
To. Say if you made me a mod.
I'll check in a bit. See if I can survive. Hold on. Okay, let me see. How do I check my mods? Try.
Because why I can't do like any moderator action on Kick.
Try comment on Kick, see if I can mod you there.
Protect me. Then I don't know how good my survivability is with lava's. I'm in the little Dax bubble.
Okay. I actually was like looking up a lot of stuff about content creation just because I'm in the content creation head space. I think legitimately, the subject people care about is probably like the biggest like thing. It's like I actually saw. I very much do not. I very much do not agree with this. But I heard somebody say that the game you, how do I do that?
Something about like the game you play matters, or
yeah,
something.
It's like the game you play doesn't matter, is what they said, and I very much disagree because
I feel like it kind of matters.
It very much matters because I've actually had this thing where I myself do not click on something unless they have a specific like game, because it has to be something I'm interested in, right? Channel roll. Oh yeah, hold on.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready.
No, what the boom? Oh, this place did something
Like,
going on charge. Also, thingy selection.
roll. Paste.
God damn, I still can't get that fucking new song out of my head.
Yeah.
I sent it to you, by the way, if you haven't.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, sorry. Trying to figure out how to do it.
They are
You stinky.
and fast. Eliminate them.
At 69.
Search username to add moderator. It won't let me do it for some reason.
It won't let you add me as a mod?
Yeah, it won't let me do it.
Does it say why?
No. It for some reason won't pick up. It won't tell me it. I'm trying to search for your name to add you as a mod, but it's coming up with blanks. Yeah, I have a Discord. I have it in the description. I believe there's also buttons you can push that send you directly to my Discord. You definitely can get up in there and like check. I made sure.
Yes, kinda stinky.
You're not stinky.
You stinky. You didn't choose a relic. You stinky.
Oh, I am stinky then. Stinky.
Yeah, you.
Watch you guys.
Stinky.
Watch you guys get a rare or something.
You also picked a common.
Oh, I usually put Forma just in case I get Forma and there's only 15, so I can get traces. Plus, I don't have.
Blueprint.
And the reason why is because sometimes people will click on it because it's Forma. If like there's only 15. Because I'd rather get a Forma than a 15. But yeah, I can't make you moderator for some reason. I don't know why.
It's whatever.
Okay, it's fine. I think it's probably because you haven't been... Yeah. I think it's probably because you haven't been on for very long. And it probably won't let you make a moderator, make somebody a moderator if they aren't like established. If that makes sense.
I think I have to be active for at least a fucking year.
Oh.
Because it barely, like, it was being bitchy with me even setting, like, up the streamer stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I...
Kick does not like me.
Let's see, I'm curious. Did she do it? Yeah, Elliot is in the server now.
Yay!
Elliot's cool. She's from PB stuff.
Yeah, I've mentioned this.
I think, wait, is it? I think PB's streaming today, right? At some point?
I don't know if we'd be streams on Sundays. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not sure she does. Could be wrong though. That one a shunker.
You're a man? Oh, you're a dude? This whole time I thought you were a chick. My bad. Wait a minute. Elliot is a dude's name.
Way to go, Jenna.
Oh, why did I? Oh, okay, my bad. Oh,
This makes
okay.
Jenna even more stinky.
No.
You're 2 out of 10 on the stink meter.
Oh
Jenna.
my
How do you feel?
No.
The Grenier and Corpus came here in search of treasure, but only found oblivion. They are trespassers.
Oh, Rouge.
To be fair, I don't know anybody named Elliot, so I was confused. I think I've heard the name once in a movie. But it was it was like a dude. Try this again.
Oh, so really? There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna switch it. P90? Oh, I can't wait for Relic P90.
The void has summoned a new presence, and it craves
Even more stink.
destroy these
They're stinking
manifestations.
3.
It's like, hey, you think you're gonna survive that long? I have no idea. Well, I might end up getting isekai to the Warframe universe just because fuck me, I guess. But I like Warframe so much, why not get isekai there? It's like, fuck. Watch me end up being a fucking corpus or something.
Deal with Ballas's bullshit.
Yeah.
Deal with.
To be fair, you did you go Ellie or Ellie, so you're very confused. Yeah, definitely. That's very true.
Love getting a real
Yeah.
Yay, I turned into
I get isekai to a Warframe as a level 1 Grenier. that would be a fascinating episode. Like, they end up getting a harem of Warframes.
The relic has
Yeah.
been cracked open.
They get rizzed by the Grenier. There's so many people like that.
I'd rather be a corpus.
Yeah. Well, I think I honestly would rather be a corpus too, because I'd rather deal with the corpus's bullshit than have to deal with the Grenier's bullshit. Because at least the corpus don't feel like shit constantly because of like health issues, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm done with health issues. I hate having health issues. If I was a corpus though, apparently they're all at peak physical condition. Like you take off their like, well not all of them, but like most of them are at peak physical condition. So because they have like a training regimen or something like that. You rather be a sentient? Yeah. Cool fucking robot. Watch me be a Warframe, and I end up being like a lame Warframe. Or hell, I might get isekai'd and turned into a Urali, and then I have to deal with somebody thirsting over me, or if they canonically have it where nobody likes Urali, then I would have to be fighting for my life to survive being passed around different owners that don't like me, who all want to subsume me for no reason. I tried to subsume it, but fucking ran off and like stole my ship and like ate all my chips and something stupid like that. I'd eat all those chips. It's like, and they're passing around, you know, like, take it, I don't want it, it's a Urali. I'm definitely not gonna be isekai as the main character. I'll probably be the main character's bitch, one of the two. If I'm lucky, yeah. Holy shit, I get isekai as a level prime, I can survive the old war. Yeah. I think I'd definitely be something along the lines of like, you being isekai there would take place either during the end of it, or like, maybe after the shenanigans with the Lotus and the Tenno. So like all of the Corpus and Grenier shit would be over, and whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because I'm pretty sure if Warframe were to shut down, they might do an event to say goodbye, And depending on how they go about it, it could be either the Tenno win on it and it's now so peaceful that it's not necessary to be a fighter anymore, or everybody fucking dies, right? Which honestly, I'm kind of sort of leaning towards either one because it depends on a lot of stuff, you know. I wouldn't mind either one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either one.
We're all working for peacetime, but if it comes down to it, you know, like when you're ready, like not ready, the Lotus could like fail and everybody would just die, and it's like that could also work, but I think the game ending can be either one, just because it is a dark sci-fi game, but a lot of things that I do miss the whole, like, the warrior puts down their sword and no longer has to pick it up thing. The whole, I have no enemies, so why should I use this sword? You know? It's like, I have no enemies, so I can put this warframe away and I can finally have my childhood back, you know? That's kind of sort of how I would feel about it. It's like when the Tenno decide that they're done, they're just gonna go back to being children, which is what they all kind of sort of wanted anyway, you know. And I guess like the Lotus, I'm not sure how the Lotus would do that. Maybe the Lotus would sacrifice itself. I don't know. Something where like I guess we wouldn't need the Lotus either anymore, or like. Something like that, you know? But in both scenarios, I don't really see the Lotus surviving, or like at least being in one piece. So if they do go one of those two routes, I'm hoping that they go the route that like matches more towards what the community wants. Because I know there's a lot of people in the community who would say if Warframe ends up shutting down, it should be like the apocalypse, you know? But there's a lot of people who are like, I'm pretty sure they would want to, like, be finished with their thing, right? Like, their goal has been met, so they just have to put everything away and just say, I'm done, you know? It's like either the man in the wall wins or the man in the wall loses. One of the two. Huh? I guess like the best way to do it with the man in the wall losing is probably void energy is taken away from the world, or we all become the source of void energy and either like return to the void and become like the new men in the wall, but are more like guardians than destroyers. Or, man in the wall just eats everything.
Kind of like how I'm just destroying the fuck out of these sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah. Just consume them like sunflower seeds. I think the one thing is, like...
again for that median type.
Yeah. I think the one thing is, I think it would depend on one thing. Will Warframe be saying goodbye? Well, will we be saying goodbye to Warframe willingly? Right? I think that's what would change it. Is like, will we be saying goodbye to Warframe willingly, or will it be taken from us? You know? I think that's like the thing that would make a huge difference. I should probably move myself a little bit to the right.
They should do what TF2 did. TF2 isn't shutting down, I don't think, anytime soon. But they have their like source code and like material set up to release on the Steam Workshop. So if their game ever does shut down, people can like continue the game, like through private servers and stuff.
I think the thing about stop getting games, that movement, they're trying to get every game to do that. I don't know. I guess it's like commendable, right? Yeah, like players that let players host servers. That's how it is. Like the stop getting games will make it to where every game has to do that. And I get where I get where everybody comes from, where it's like we don't own what we buy, but it would make making games a little bit more harder. I guess the easiest way to do it is to make the source code like free and put it online. But
yeah, that's what too.
Yeah,
they have it ready to release online if they shut down the game.
Yeah.
So people can host like private servers, and people can still like play.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a good way to do it. I don't know. It's like a weird thing where it's like I see where people are coming from, but it's a lot more difficult than people would think it is. But it's like
That's difficult, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a good thing to do, but I think it should be a little bit more refined. It's just like not because it's a bad thing. It definitely is a good thing. It's just I think it needs to be refined a little bit more. You know, like I think they made it a lot more complicated than they should have made it, right? Because like the wording confused me, and I think that's what the thing usually is, right? People are confused by the wording. Something like super cryptic or something stupid like that. But what I'm thinking is like, make it simply the fact that you want there to be, you want it out there somewhere so people can still play it, right? And however they decide to do that is however they decide to do it, right? Or that, yeah. There's like a thing where like, I mean, here's the thing. If you have a loyal, like, bit of players, like 50 players that are loyal to you, you're still gonna get a decent amount of money. Because those 50 players are going to continue throwing shit at you because they are continuously playing your game because they love it, right? So you can still monetize it. It's just you're not gonna get as much as the game was still going, right? Like well, like I think definitely that would be a good idea. Like online games, they're like they should have their own servers if they ever die. You know? I think a good example is like there's a couple of games that died recently, and I just found out that they died, which is also the same time I found out that they existed. I'm over here like I want to play these. It's like, but you guys have terrible marketing if you're not like showing people these games, and I find out about it when it dies, and it's like, oh, by the way, this is shutting down in a month. What? This is shutting down in a month? What? You didn't even like advertise this. I never. It's like what? And then all the way started because of a racing game. Yeah. I think the movement started because of a racing game, but also was like the final straw for somebody. It's literally
something like that.
Yeah. But a lot of streamers have been getting into major arguments about this. And it's like, you know how I'm like super iffy about being racist or sexist and stuff like that? Well, I'm not like sexist or anything, but I may be a little bit racist. But when it comes to stop getting games, I'm not gonna like go any direction too hard, just because it's such a fucking, it's just such a touchy subject amongst gamers. Like that has caused so many like major fights because there's one way or the other, and there's no other, like there's no middle ground, right? So I'm very afraid to show my entire opinion. You know, and it's not not something I get banned over. So it's not something I'm like, I would do it for like the safety of my channel. It's more of a thing of like, that's just a dangerous conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to fuck around with, something that can be that heated, you know? I tend not to, and I'll say straight up, it's because I'm not big enough to have somebody defend me if I piss somebody off. Imagine if I were to say my whole entire opinion on something like that, and somebody big were to catch wind of it, and I could not defend myself. Because I have, like, what, 3-4 viewers at any given time? A big streamer finds out about, like, an opinion they don't like. All of a sudden, I got no support, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like...
yeah, something sad that's kinda on topic, but kinda isn't.
What's that?
Anthem's servers are shutting down.
Oh, what? That's dumb.
Yeah, they're not getting enough, not monetization, but budgeting.
Yeah.
To keep their servers up anymore, so they're just shutting it down.
Damn. I forget what the problem was with that game, but I always say this: first impressions are everything, and you never get another first impression. The only problem that game had was its first impression. And if you have a bad first impression, you never recover from it. Because it would still be in the back of people's heads, right? What's another for the live service graveyard? Yeah, makes sense. One thing as well, on the live service graveyard thing, you know how I said, like, the thing that the actual modern audience wants is freedom, customization, and what was the other one? A fair price. If you remember correctly, that live service game was kind of expensive and had very, very minimal customization. And a lot of the weapons were so unbalanced that there was like one meta. So they kind of no wonder why it died, basically, right? But
yeah,
that's the whole thing. Is like
at the end, the customization got decent. But
yeah.
No, there's too many microtransactions.
Yeah, it's like Warframe is literally a huge example of literally that, because look how many people play Warframe now. I've seen so many videos by smaller creators and bigger creators saying they tried Warframe. That's like, I know exactly what the modern audience wants. Freedom, customization, good price. Look what Warframe has. I can go in here, and I can go... I can like risk my fashion to show... I know, I'll do right here. But I'll go to like this one, and I'll just do this. Look how much variety you can have with the colors alone, right? Oh yeah, fun gameplay is also important. Yeah. Definitely. It's also one thing about fun gameplay that a lot of people like don't really realize is that's less about what it looks like and more about what it feels like. You know? I think that's another thing that a lot of people keep forgetting. There's a lot of games that look super stupid. Like it's like Warframe in actuality, when you watch it, it actually doesn't really look that good. But when you go in and are just like, okay, I'm gonna play it, it feels really, really good. So it's an interesting thing where it's like, it's hard to nail down what people want because it's not guaranteed. Like, what looks good doesn't always feel good. you know? And what feels good doesn't always look good, you know? Watching someone play Goss may be sick, but playing Goss peaks in about exactly. And it's like, oh, like, what about playing Ureli? Because, you know, Ureli is your favorite Warframe. She feels really good to play, but I would say straight up, if you're just watching Ureli gameplay, that shit is, like, wild. It's super hard to, like, sit there and watch Ureli gameplay. I would just straight up admit that, actually.
A little difficult, yeah.
Because, like,
I don't know what sport I want to use.
actually, you know what? It's a really good example, like a super good example. Surfing. Ureli is the surfing frame, and her gameplay style is almost exactly like what surfing is like. It looks really, really relaxing, but it's not. Like, Ureli gameplay is actually not relaxing at all. So you kind of sort of have to have a surfer mindset of like getting really good at playing Ureli, because like she's not relaxing to play at all. And the same thing with surfing, right? Hey, cheese. Like, and that's the thing. That's the thing about surfing is like it's not relaxing. It's actually really exciting, right? Having the waves take control over you, and you are at the mercy of the waves, and you have zero control, right? It is scary. But that fear and that relinquishing the control to the sea is a very freeing experience, if that makes any sense, right? You have the freedom to sit there and think about something as the waves take you away, you know? Yeah, Keith is afraid of the ocean. I'll say straight up, if you're afraid of the ocean, do not try surfing. That shit is terrifying. The whole thing of the fact that you do not have control. The sea, you are at the mercy of the sea, right? That's the same thing with Ureli gameplay. You are at the mercy of the physics behind Ureli. And that's not something you can easily get. That's not something you can easily like deal with. You know, it's not easy to deal with the fact that you have no. Oh, that looks a lot better. The same reason I never get on a boat. I hate the ocean. Yeah.
It's not easy being cheesy.
Oh, maybe I actually shouldn't take you to what's it called? To water jump scare. Yeah. Flash. I don't know why I wanna. Should I be an angel? I don't want to be an angel. You like diving? Diving is really good. One thing about the ocean is you kind of sort of have to stay breathing, if that makes any sense. As long as you're breathing, you should be okay. It's when you're not breathing when there's a problem. But you always have to make sure you're able to take a breath, you know? And the reason why is because it keeps you at least a little bit calm. And you have to be able to make a split-second decision between moving one way or moving another. Because the ocean is dragging you side to side, like rocking you. And if you make the wrong decision, you will slam against the reef. Happens all the time. But sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that can be a really, really bad thing. You get blood in the water, it isn't just the sharks. Sometimes you could get a staph infection. Not all the time, but if you hit yourself against the dirty reef, you're gonna have to get that wound cleaned. And you gotta remember, you're in the ocean.
Yeah, so salt water. Fuck, salt water. Nope.
Oh yeah, it hurts like a bitch too. as soon as it hits air, yeah, that shit's gonna burn. Yes, you have never been there.
In the fucking water.
And it Equality. Equality. Oh, I'm trying to think. Equality. I think it's a kind of shark. I'm trying to think of which one it is. I'm imagining a shark in my head, but I don't know what it is. I'm imagining a black tip reef shark, but I don't know why. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be imagining though.
I just thunder cunted a roach across my room.
Ew. My favorite sharks. Oh yeah.
Thinking it was a fucking sunflower seed.
Yeah. You know you're a person who likes to see when you have a favorite fish. It's like, what is your favorite fish? The one I like to eat. They are so cute, and they can walk on the seafloor. Oh, that's so cute! Wait a minute. Now I want to Google that. Hold on, we're Googling sharks now. Epaulet shark. Oh no, not delete. Can I? Oh man.
We're talking about just in any content or context, even eating. I guess I'll have to pick salmon as my favorite fish.
Yeah.
I know it's like a basic fucking option, but I mean...
Epaulet shark. Here we go. Oh my god, he's so fucking cute! Ooh! Hold on, let me get a picture of him. Where is he? Oh, it's so cute! He's a... Let's see, hold on, let me see if I can get a good picture of him. Let me see. I want his little mustache. This one is so cool. This one is so cute. His little face. Let me see. I'm gonna get save image as, and then save. Okay. Now we're gonna put you over here. Let's see. And where's my?
Oh, you don't like the bath key? Oh, I can't take a bath with you. What the fuck?
Yeah, I want to see though. I want to show you guys this little shark. Okay. No, I don't want to redo that. Okay. File, open. Fucking shark. Shark. Okay. Display capture. Look at this little man. Look at this little man. Look how cute he is. Look at him. Look at his little face.
Oh my goodness, look at him.
Look at him. Look at his little whiskers. Look how cute he is. The frilled shark? Yes.
Oh god, are we just turning this into a you know what, we're turning this into a fish stream.
Fish. Fuck it, you got... Hold on, let me do the thing. Anyway, let me show you, well at least the VTuber version of my favorite fish of all time. Let me see if I can do it. There we go.
What do you mean? This creature's magnificent.
Become Tilapia Boy! That is right! My favorite fish is the motherfucking tilapia! He's so delicious! And he's cute! He's a delicious, cute little fish. He's so good. Not oh man, maybe not a little bit of chest bounce there. Hell yeah. Fucking shark. Oh, sorry. Oops. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nothing. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Use the fins to walk on the land and see all the Florida. Oh, so cute. Little dog. I'll look at five. This is so cute. I'm a tilapia. Look at the tilapia. Tilapia tastes so good.
Gina.
Yeah,
You should send me a pic. Gina.
what's that?
You should send me a picture of your tits so I know what I'm grabbing.
No.
One day.
The frilled shark? Let me see the frilled shark.
To look forward to.
Let's see. I want to see the frilled shark. Frilled shark. I know. I like how it knows what. Ooh, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this guy? You know, derpy derp. Oh, he bit somebody apparently. You know, derpy little shit. Oh, what the fuck is up? What's up with his teeth? That's weird. Some fucking freaky ass teeth. Oh my god. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, there's Keith. There's Leviathans that this is based off of. No, that are based off of this. There's Leviathans that are based off of this. He's a little motherfucker. Why are frilled shark looks like a D&D goblin? Yeah. Like a sea goblin. Oh.
Sea goblin these nuts.
Goblin these nuts. I made. Oh. Yeah. Sea goblin. What's that? Oh, wait, I need to see this. Now I'm curious. Sea goblin. Sea goblin fish? Oh my god, it's actually a thing. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's a goblin shark.
There's a sea goblin. Oh, the goblin shark? There's this saltwater fish, sea goblin, and then there's also the goblin shark. The goblin shark looks fucking gnarly. I like that thing. I think it's cool. I do not want to pet it though. Goblin shark.
Goblin these nuts. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head up for a bit.
The goblin fish is cute. Well, I think it's cute at least. It has little pokey things on its back, and apparently it touches it like puts things on it. Apparently it's like a loot goblin because it picks up trash and kind of sort of just wears it as a outfit. I think. Goblins. Hey, motherfucker! Geese! Geese! Consume his penis! Cream colored dye shit. That's the most fucking. That's the most bot ass name. Mega Mouth Shark. It's an ocean Kirby. Hell yeah. Oh, that's what I say when I want Keith to ban somebody. Well, then again, I've only had him ban bots so far. I have not had him ban a person yet. Because here's the it started off when I was like a barracuda instead of a tilapia. When I was a barracuda, I would have the joke of like my mods will bite you in the balls if you're bad. And if you get banned, they're basically chewing your penis off. So what was it? It was either consume his penis or consume his balls. One of the two. I think it was balls actually. But yeah, I would be a barracuda boy with an army of barracuda. Actually, let me see. Can I don't know if I want to do the angel outfit or not. Oh, sorry, that's the microphone, my bad. I think the one thing about doing really good gameplay is the fact that I guess like I said, not everything is something that everybody finds like good gameplay. It's like super subjective. What I did find, however, is there kind of sort of is a bit of a formula to it. If it's fast and it rewards either skill or knowledge, one of the two, it's usually pretty good. And a lot of the games that are really good are the ones that tend to reward like knowledge or skill. Actually, and there's also investment. I think it's actually best to just chalk it down to investment. If you invest your knowledge, invest your skill, and invest your time and effort, there has to be some sort of payout, right? Like in a Warframe, it's a really good example of like, let me show you. Like over here, like all these mods that I have on the compressor, like a lot of them are super expensive mods. And you would think, oh, but like the compressor is not good. It's not good until you are smart enough, put enough effort, and put enough skill to be able to make it good, right? So this compressor, which is like supposedly a bad weapon, which by the way, this also works with the non-prime version. This is probably my strongest weapon, just because of the way I built it here. It's like, oh, but it looks a lot like your copy and paste build. What is the difference? This mod right here. Like, I won't get too far into the mechanics of it, but this mod makes such a huge difference, and it's actually because of the viral, the electric mods, and the fact that the viral and the electric mods come together and they increase the power of the electric proc that happens to an Eximus. So you destroy Overguard and you end up having a situation where it just does so much damage. Stug build? Oh yeah, Stug is a really interesting, I guess, like, conundrum. Because everybody who's, like, educated in the game brings up the Stug. And honestly, as someone who also, like, put a lot of effort into the Stug, I would say the Stug is probably the outlier. And I would say probably don't want to, like, probably don't want to get too upset if this gun doesn't work, because it's just that bad. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, I could make it good, I could make it good, I could make it good. Good luck with that. It's not until you figure it out. It's not until you try it, when the Stug proves to you that this is the worst weapon, probably in all of looter shooters. This is probably one of the worst weapons in all of looter shooters. This thing is fucking bad. And it's like, I can make it work. I know you can. But there's a limit. Because I can make it work too, but there definitely is a limit. Like, holy shit. Also, Jazz sent me... Sorry. Jazz sent me a thing. And I said ye. Yeah, I actually do have a Stug build. Let me see if I can remember what it was. I think I might have tore it up. I tear up builds sometimes when I intend on working on something, just to remind me to work on it. Let me see. You know, I'm gonna throw something together now. I like Enervate. Enervate definitely makes a huge difference. Let's see. If I remember correctly, multi-shot works, but in a really weird way. Let me do that. Lightning Strike. Remember correctly, oh, whoa. Wait a minute, wait a minute. No way. Did they? Oh no, they didn't. Hold on, let me choose one. Did they do a thing? Oh my god, they added this. I think they added the stats to the explosion. Yeah, it has the 10% stats right here. They actually added more stats in Coolerville build. I can definitely make Coolerville work. Coolerville build, I could probably do that. I got 22% status, some heat for armor strip, viral for that. Let's see. Let's see. I want to use a line clarity, but I don't know what to do. An idea. This is not okay. Doing the Warframe missions at rank 15 is a little funny, yeah. I put. I could probably just do this. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna test this, see how this goes. A lot of there may be someone who's like, oh, but you're using your ready. I always go through this song and dance, but like, the ready has this thing where she increases it by a modded percentage, the crit chance. She doesn't really do anything else, if that makes any sense. I actually had this conversation with a couple of people. So that's why I usually do it, just because it's definitely something that is a very common thing to think, is that your ready will make a difference. That's like too big. But it's definitely super effective against cars, so... Let's see. And... I think I killed one. I killed one! Yeah! Yeah, this is like... This is me pumping the best, the most out of this weapon as I can. There's armor strip and stuff. Like, when the armor strip happens, it's fine. One thing that's really bad for it is the fact that the status is in the explosion. There we go. Once you hit that heat proc, you're good. Yeah, this is the stuff. This is like, I literally pumped out the best I could do out of this with the math in my head, and I'm just like, I think this stuff gives me more and more damage than the physical one. Yeah, emotional. Yeah, I mean, like you would also be emotionally damaged if you got jizzed on and the jizz exploded. Yeah. I know I would. I mean, it depends. I think you have to. I mean, it depends on the person. And then you got the bubble gun, which people were calling Compressor the Stug Prime because they thought it was bad. And that's what they were calling the Stug Prime. But like, yeah, it's like the compressor definitely isn't bad. It just like took a lot of effort to figure out how to make it good. Cause here's the thing, the compressor is actually what got me to start building my own stuff. Because I made a damage compressor a long time ago, and it was different than most damage compressors because it was just a straight up damage compressor. And when I made my build and I compared it to another creator's build, I was just like, how am I killing things much faster than these professional YouTubers? And it's like, they probably is like the most toxic way to view it, but like, I recently saw someone show me a compressor build, and they were like, pew 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 pew, and then they threw another magazine. Over here, like, that's 2 magazines, motherfucker. Look what I can do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why can't you not do that in 1, 2, 3? It's like, oh, but it's like a 210 double. I was like, what? Hello, Mochi. Hi, Mochi. Over here, like, the 210 double is not that, yeah, it's not that much of a difference between 195. That's like, that this motherfucker was spending 2 fucking magazines to kill something, and I'm over here like using 3 shots. And here's the thing, this is also someone who likes secondaries and actually likes Urelli. I'm over here like, my guy, I'm sorry, but like, I know you like Urelli and you're like very reasonable, but I can kill something in 2 shots. You did it in 2 magazines. So I think I might have a little bit of a leg up on you. It's like, oh, but all your builds look the same. There's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. I did the math, I did the test. My copy and paste build is literally the best you can make a weapon. At least at a secondary, at least. But this right here, then again, I'm switching out the prime fulmination for some stuff. And like, I'm sorry if it sounds like super like pretentious and like elitist and stuff, but it's kind of sort of like how it is. Like, the actual like build is like this, and you take this off. I think you put like galvanized shot. You put like galvanized diffusion. This is like the copy and paste build right here. But with the compressor, you just swap this out because we're not gonna go with a ramp up build. We're gonna go with, where'd it go? We go with the magnetic mod. For reasons like I already said, and fulmination because I prefer to go with a bigger explosion, which actually has helped very well. Like it's less damage, but still like pretty good. And it's like I do pretty well with this build, and it's like I like challenging myself to build better than other content creators because I have done it before. I remember one time I challenged somebody to build, what was it? I think it's a Azima? Is it the Azima? I think it was the Azima. I'll recognize it when I see it. Yeah, that's the Oxidani. That's what it's called, the Oxidani. I wanted somebody to build the Oxidani on camera, and I got them to do it. And when they did it in a way that I wouldn't do it. And then I tested the Oxidani on my own, and I was like, I don't know why I'm doing bigger damage. Then I watched their video again and paused it at their damage, and I looked and it's like, oh, I think I just do better damage. And I was like, at first I didn't believe it, right? At first I was like, there's no fucking way I can do that. Because I'm a tiny creator, a minuscule creator compared to them. But I took the Oxidani and made them into something amazing. And the reason why I went over and rushed it is because I want to do it again. Because I've been wanting to do it again ever since I did it before. Just because, like, I know I can. And this should, like, show, like, it's like, oh, but, like, why is that? Because I want to put my money where my mouth is. Not because of an honor thing, but just because I don't want to sound fucking stupid or crazy. Because people might say like I'm crazy for like thinking these things because I'm like a small creator. I want to hear of like, but there's a kind of sort of a reason why I think that way. It's because I'm able to do it, and I'm just like, at some point when I mention it, I need to go and grab the Oxidani, because I usually use the Oxidani as the example. And I need to just do it right in front of people, just so I could, like... just so I could prove it, right? So I do be telling tall tales, but I just want to prove that this isn't one of my tall tales. You know, the crazy... You know how everybody has that crazy uncle who tells weird... freaky ass stories, you know? And she like, yeah. I mean, at this point, I might as well just make an Oxidani, what you call, video. Let me see, do I want? Yeah, I want. Actually, I want viral more. I remember I was also the one who was like, hey, I prefer like, what was it I wanted? I prefer like heat and viral, and people thought that was nuts. And I kind of sort of was just like, I mean, I can make my own, I make a YouTube channel about it, and then I managed to prove it kinda, and then they got and then they had an update to the statuses, and made it, an update to armor technically, and when they updated the armor, I was like, yeah, let me try this now, and after a while I was just like, yeah, I think viral heat is better than viral slash. There's still people who believe that viral slash is like the king. But like I have proven to myself, as well as a couple of other people who I've helped build things, that viral heat is just better for like multiple reasons. Am I killing those things that fast? Okay. This thing chews through bullets, I'll say that. Probably needs an ammo mutation. I definitely have been wanting to put my money where my mouth was for like a while. Like I do talk and stuff, but like I never really like do it right in front of the camera, you know. And I mentioned the Oxani a lot because just because it's a weapon I challenge a YouTuber to do. But I just never done it. Me, I cross the field not knowing people fight about status damage. Exactly. But it's a weird thing where people do fight about for a lot of things when it comes to like meta. It's just kind of a thing that just happens, you know. And it happens in every game. Like, you know how like people would say Moira in Overwatch is a shitty character? Is that what they say? No, I'll go for a more modern character. Scarlet Witch is like a really bad character, and people argue that. Meanwhile, like the most like common victory I have is with her and I forget who else, but on the DPS anyway. The most common DPS games that I win are with Scarlet Witch. I've had some really good games with her. And people would say, oh, like, that's why I always say it's like it's based on gameplay style, not really what's good. Like sometimes when you're really like good at something, it doesn't matter if it's good or not. And it's like I've seen that a lot. Especially like where some YouTubers are not correct in their assumptions too. You know, like what's her face? Penny Parker from the same game, Marvel Rivals. She's actually statistically the best character in the game, but she has the most amount of wins in the entire game. Percentage wise too, so it's like percentage wise she has the most wins in the game. And it's like, so like the biggest creators, like Flats is a good example. It's like, but like Flats says it's bad. Well, according to the statistics, it's like not true, right? And it's like, oh, but like in the top games, they don't really, you know, win that much. And it's like, that's because it's a knowledge-based character versus skill-based characters, and knowledge-based characters have an edge on skill-based characters when the skill level is low. But when you're in the knowledge-based levels, right? That when the skill-based levels are really high, you have to be even smarter, right? It's like, oh, but Penny just has a bunch of tricks. Yeah, but like, you have to change your tricks depending on where you're at, right? That's why, like, Penny, when you use her in the high level, you're not playing her like a tank. You're trying to lure people to you, and it happens every time. I've seen it in really high level games. they don't expect the penny to be fucking in a random room somewhere, and they see the nest, by the way, they see it, but they still run in there and get fucking blown to hell, you know? It's just the thing where, like, how do I say this? It's like the rage bait character, I think it's called. The rage bait character. You gotta learn how to trick people into coming to you, you know? And too many pennies are too aggressive. And that's like as somebody who used to play penny, I'll say straight up, that's the issue. You gotta wait for them to come to you. You can't be like, going to them, you know? You have a ranged weapon for a reason, you know? And that's kind of sort of how it goes. It's like, oh, but what about Scarlet Witch? She does low damage, but she does like really big burst damage by throwing her balls. And people would say, oh, but she runs out of balls. She gets balls by sucking. So she has like a renewable resource that she does with her primary fire. And she has like a movement ability. And she doesn't really have to aim, but she's squishy. If you look at the whole kit and you see like, oh, this is what the kit is, you realize she shouldn't be alone for one. And for two, you need to be patient, right? But think of it like this. You're fighting the Hulk with a wizard. You really want to box with the Hulk when you're a wizard? Let me see if I can continue building this. Even though in that game, for some reason, the Hulk doesn't do that much damage, which is like passable. Just because, you know, it's a competitive game and you don't want the Hulk to be as powerful as he is. I mean, look at it this way. Squirrel Girl wouldn't be that much of a problem if it wasn't for the fact that they nerfed the Hulk. Oh, but she beat Thanos. She beat comic book Thanos. Comic book Thanos does not fuck with the Hulk. When Thanos is here, you know who they call? They call the Hulk. At least from what I remember.
Just be glad I'm taking back to my parents.
They nerfed a lot of characters, like Doctor Strange, I remember, was opening, yeah. If I remember correctly, in the comics he was like super OP, but like in the MCU, a lot of the characters are like nerfed. I get why. It's actually because of the fact that when you look at the powers that they have in the comics, for one, it's extremely difficult to do in the actual like movies. You know, you need a lot of like, you need a lot of really talented artists to be able to do the things necessary to portray that. But it also is the thing of like, you can't really explain how the Hulk is able to be beaten by who was it? Captain America, if you're going with the comic, because if you look at the feats that they've done throughout the years, nobody should be able to beat the Hulk. You know? At least not in physical strength. So And the thing is like, oh, you can explain that like the way the comics did, and it's like, I don't think that would be a valid thing to do, because somebody who's able to jump so high that he only has to jump like 3 times to go across the entire planet, should not be able to be knocked down due to being kicked in the balls. That's just not how that happens. His body is durable enough to land back into orbit from the stratosphere. He should not be kicked in the balls to make him fall, you know? It's really difficult to explain that in movie form, because if you do what Hulk can actually do in the movies, there's no explaining it away, you know? So when you make it like movie form, you kind of sort of have to nerf some people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But especially since like Captain America also shouldn't be beaten by like Wakandan soldiers, because the Wakandan soldiers they don't have a superhero serum, a super serum, which gives you the strength of like 10 men. Like that's like kind of sort of how it works. So if you have the strength of 10 men, you shouldn't be taken out by somebody who does not have that strength. I mean, if they're faster than you and have superior weapons, maybe. But like the strength that he has, no. I don't think you should be able to clash with Captain America and survive if he's taking it seriously. But they had to nerf him, because how else would the Wakandan soldiers win, you know? It's kind of a weird thing where like you have to make sacrifices to make it make sense, because like I think a good example is Invincible. Like Invincible is like a good example. Like one person can take down like an entire team. So what makes them think that they'll be able to control Invincible, you know? Have you seen the new Spider-Man and Wolverine comic? Oh, I haven't seen that yet, no. I should probably search up on that. Oh yeah! Wait! Ooh, I don't want to spoil it though. But I think they were like in a facility or something, and they were hunting for like some sort of information. But I don't want to get too far into it though. That's good. Idea. Am I being spoiled? Okay. So, Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man and Wolverine. Wolverine needed what he referred to as, I think, a nerd. And he was like, okay, I'll be your nerd. And so he took him onto a trip to, like, go find information on spies. And also keep in mind, I didn't know this information, but apparently Peter's parents were spies. And well, they established in this comic at least, Wolverine was the one who killed them. Over here like, what? What? Then again, like before the events of like Spider-Man's whole run, if I remember correctly, Wolverine did lose his memories. So I guess of course he wouldn't know that, but if he still had his memories, he probably would be a little bit more careful with how he carried himself around Peter, because he would recognize the name Parker, right? At least I think he would. And I'm pretty sure since they spoke to each other, Peter did mention that his parents were spies because they were like friends. Like, they were friends who shared, like, personal information, right? So, I'm like, maybe you should have been a lot more careful. Yeah, he lost his memories a bunch of times, yeah. He's been through a lot. Which, I guess another thing as well is, like, if you lost your memories that many times, it's like, you don't know which lifetime it was. So it's like, yeah. And it's like, oh, but like, when they got into a fight, how bad was it? You know how Wolverine has an adamantium skeleton? Yeah, Spider-Man punched it so hard, he dislocated his jaw. And keep in mind, the adamantium is also in the joints. So, he was not holding his punches at all. He went full on into it. And he fucked him up. It was like, wow, Peter's really mad. Because, like, I've seen a couple, like, comics where it's like, oh, Spider-Man cuts loose, but I've never seen him, like, explode someone's brain before, right? He's always does something really different or something like that, right? And it's like, it's never been, like, this extreme, you know? And it's like, I think it ended off, at least from what I was seeing, where they cut it off around the time where they showed his face. Yeah. They both fucked each other up pretty bad, if I'm correct. Oh! They must have continued it. Cause, like, the way I read comics is, like, a little bit different. What I do is I go to a YouTuber who reads them kind of sort of to me. And, what they do is they cut off, like, the words, but they kind of sort of explain what's the gist of the gist of what's happening. And it's like, oh, but it's not like a true comic book fan thing. It's like, I know. It's kind of like how I'm super into, like, Elden Ring, but I don't really, like, pay attention to the lore myself. I'm always, like, gonna be a tourist because I never really get attached to anything for long. Then again, I'm playing Warframe. But, yeah, it's like a weird thing where, like, I don't really get too far into things most often. And when it comes to comics, I stay up to date mostly through YouTubers. Because I can't really go get a comic, you know, if that makes any sense. Especially since, like, if I were to get comics, I would have so much trash on my floor. Because once I'm done with something, I usually, like, toss it to the side. Yeah. Whoever Wolverine controls Spider-Man with his claws, Mortal Kombat type fight. Oh my god! Wow! Holy shit. Check up on that then, that actually sounds dope. Well then again, this is probably a weird thing. You know how, like, I say, like, I attract really dangerous people? I believe in being able to change yourself for the better. I think Wolverine kind of sort of has changed himself to the better. And I also really don't believe in forgiveness, but I do believe in, like, atoning, if that makes any sense. Where it's like, you don't want to make the thing they did okay, but you also don't want to punish them for something they already punished themselves for. So the best way to say it is, I think Peter was in the wrong, but it was still pretty awesome. Like, I say poor both of them because, like, they both kind of sort of lost their shit, and it's like, it's a really unfortunate circumstance that I'm not sure if any of them really had control over that situation. It's like, you make your choices, you live with the consequences, but still it's very unfortunate to be having to deal with those consequences in the first place, you know? emotions can make you crazy? Yeah, they do. Emotions make you really fucking crazy, I will admit that. I mean, my whole thing with me thinking that my content is, like, so bad that I need to fix it really aggressively is just because I'm getting overly emotional about it. But I will say, like, I'm starting to pull out of it, kinda. So I should be okay, but, like, man, is it hard to deal with your emotions sometimes. Should I do this? I have an open slot. What should I put in here? Like, I'm considering a Bane mod, but I know people don't like Bane mods. I kind of sort of trailed away from them as well. I'm considering a magnetic mod, just because. Magnetic might actually does sound pretty good right now, actually. We'll do that. Sure-footed Prime, yeah.
Shame I'm not sleepy. Wake up to your face.
The one thing is, I actually was like, this should probably help with shields. And it's like, oh, but like, don't you want damage over time? I'm like, no. I'm actually doing a direct damage build. Like, I actually learned from somebody, hey, like, stacking a lot of statuses isn't gonna work. Over here, like, it depends on the weapon you're making. That's like the thing in my head at least. Oh. Oh, that's a huge difference. Now that I think it's still yeah. And you can see how much of a difference like adding one mod does too, because these things are dying super quickly. But that's why I say, like, you pick up a weapon and you don't mod it and you just use it, it's usually pretty ass, but once you start investing, like, all but one mod into your build, you start to see exactly what power this thing has. That's why I say, like, this game rewards investment, because you would not see this power until you finish the build. And the secret to building is being able to figure out what you need before you're done building it. And it's like, it comes down to like an equation and stuff. The only thing that holds me back is going crazy with the mods is Endo. Yeah, Endo definitely is like a hard thing to get a hold of. It's tedious, and it's like you go with randoms to a random Endo farm, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck off and die. And it's like, don't fuck off and die, Mr. Random. It's like, okay, leaves. It's like, oh, don't leave. But it's too late, Mr. Randall left. I like doing endo farms. They're actually pretty fun for me. But there's a lot of people that I know that can't handle it because it's too boring. I'm over here like, I like playing for a really long time because it gets me interacting with the game as much as possible, which is always gonna be my biggest problem with Genshin Impact. The gameplay is so good, but you don't get to interact with it enough. Like, oh, why don't you play like Wuthering Waves? Is that the case? It's because, to be absolutely completely honest, it's due to the fact that I wasn't getting any views at the time, but I honestly might go back to playing that game just because I feel like I have so much I need to do. The one thing I'll say is that's kind of the danger of showing up to something late is you'll feel like you're left behind by a bunch of people. And that's why I want to get into Duet Night Abyss as quickly as possible. It's actually the reason why I actually went into I straight up was like, I'm gonna be a creator for that one game, First Descendant, but I ran into issues with that. And to be completely honest, it probably sounds pretty bad for someone who likes Warframe to prefer a Warframe-like gacha game over First Descendant, because it wasn't like purposely marketed this way, but like the fans had it in their heads that First Descendant was going to be the Warframe killer, to a point where even Warframe got scared enough to start to do better, essentially. And even I was like, well, I could recognize it, so I mentioned it a lot, but I know damn well that Warframe shaped up mostly because they started seeing competition show up. Because as intelligent people, they know that the biggest killer of a game is when competition shows up and they refuse to innovate. Because what happens when a game shows up that's you but better? What are they gonna choose, you know? And honestly, to be absolutely completely honest, the only thing holding First Descendant back is the price. It's like, oh, but like it's a whale speaking. Yeah. I'm sorry, but as a whale, I will say straight up, I could not play this game free. That probably sounds so bad, but I cannot play this game free. I'm sorry. But like, if I were to play this game free, I probably would just like not play it for very long. Somebody actually was doing a thing where they're like looking at a post, and it was like, oh, First Descendant or Warframe. So, First Descendant or Warframe. That's why I say like one of the biggest issues with First Descendant is the price. Because here's how I view it: price begets standards. And if Forma in Warframe is $7 for $5, First Descendant has to match that. And I would say First Descendant is like maybe 50% more higher quality, but the price for their Forma is $20, right? That's over 100%, no, not even 100, but 1,000% difference in my standards for the game. Because the thing that will get you the most money is fucking $20. Warframe, $5 and you can get and you can get 7 of those damn things. Why would I pay $20 for First Descendant when I could pay $5 for Warframe? You know, that's my argument. And it's like, oh, but you could rush them. Yeah, but it's still so expensive that I might as well just play Warcraft. Because the quality needs to match the price. That's always been my argument when it comes to games, ever since First Ascendant in actuality. First Ascendant came in and said, I'm a contender to Warframe. It's like, showed me like some pretty good gameplay, pretty nice characters. I look at the forma and it's like, oh, you're $20. I'm not buying you. And it used to be $25, and they said, sorry, lowered it by $5. Yeah, that's not enough. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. I'm a content creator. And the thing about being a content creator is it's a balance of resources. And if I want to make a video on First Ascendant, I would either have to spend months on it farming the resources. You know, I only play Warframe on stream. And you know, the amount of farming I would have to do is like that, right? And it's like, okay, I would have to do 2 months farming for one video, or I would have to pay like, let me see, so it's $20 and most builds need 10. So that would be like $200. I'm not paying $200 for a build, I'm sorry. And it's like, oh, but like, you can put more than one polarity on things. Yeah, that's a total of like what? 50 forma each? So that's $1,000 per weapon? Yeah, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $1,000 per weapon. And that's always gonna be my biggest problem with First Ascendant. It's super fun, it's super beautiful, it's super high quality. It just misses the mark in price. It's not worth it. I'm gonna be honest, I never played First Ascendant. One superficial version, there's no cool ninja robots, and the girls, hippie girls aren't my thing. Yeah, that makes sense. I will say... So here's how I would say about it with the skimpy girl thing. It's not for everybody. But what is more important than a sexy character is a recognizable character. And my favorite character is Volby. But Volby looks like so many other characters. You could put Volby and blink her out, you know, make her a silhouette, and put her next to like 20 other characters in a T-pose. And you would not be able to find her. Then you have Bunny. Everybody knows who Bunny is, because everybody knows which one is Bunny. You do Volby, it's like, who the like, a lot of people are like, huh? Who's that? Because everybody knows Bunny, nobody knows Volby, you know? And with Warframe, if you were to make a silhouette of all of the Warframes, you would be able to figure out who is who for like 80% of the Warframes, right? Well, some of these are skins, but like you go over here and you blink them out in a silhouette, like just black and just the outline and like filled in, you know exactly who these people are, right? Even Ureli, literally a waifu in a dress, you know who that is. So it's like, that's good character design. First Ascendant fails at character design. That's another big issue that I have. It's like, oh, but like, yeah, people make Warframe design are always cooking, yeah. And it's like, oh, but like, they're cute, yeah, but there's more than just being cute when it comes to characters. You can have a really cute character, but there's gonna be a lot of people who are like, oh, it's just a cute character. But no one's gonna be able to say it by name, right? Without even looking at the names, this is Saren, this is Atlas, this is Jade, this is Cora, this is Oraxia, this is Katana, this is Valkyr, this is Volt, this is Ureli. It's like a thing of like, you know them by name because you know them by how unique they are. You know damn well this is your rally. If you show people this Warframe once, right? You show them once. You call her your rally, and you say she is the water Warframe waifu, the surfer Warframe. It's like, okay. You come back to them in a week, and as you remember that surfer Warframe, oh, you mean your rally? That's the power of good characters. And then there's Volt. He's so easy to figure out, though. He's just like Volt. He's the electric guy. He's literally the electric guy. Everybody knows him as the electric guy. Saren, the toxin waifu. And it's like, that's the key to the character design that First Ascendant kind of sort of fails at, is like,
Look at
you kind of sort of have to make a character that people recognize.
what yours.
Like, what's a good example? You know Celeste, the game that's just a parkour hell? Like, super, super hard parkour. That character isn't even, like, sexy, right? She's like fat and chubby, right? But here's the thing. People love that character. Yeah. It's like, people love Celeste. This, what's her name? I forget her name, but like, the character from Celeste. And it's like, you know damn well who it is, and it's literally a person in a hiking outfit who's a little chubby with really long red hair. And like, you don't forget Celeste. Because that character is so specific to like design, and she's also a simple like thing. It's like you don't forget her, right? And it's like, oh, but like, what about Tifa? Like, she's like Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII was more than just tits and ass. She's the brawler who wears a small white shirt and a mini skirt. But the white shirt with a mini skirt with the knuckle dusters, or not knuckle dusters, but the studded gloves, that's such a very specific design, right? It's sexy, but you know damn well that's Tifa Lockhart, right? Especially when you do the silhouette thing, you can pick her out from the crowd. Hello, Viceroy, how's it going? I managed to fix Kick's whole thing where it wouldn't show me the chat, which I've been trying to do for a while. Actually, it fixed itself. I think it was just something on Castrolad's side. But hello. We're just talking about video game characters and designs and stuff. I did like the First Ascendant a little bit, but I specifically liked Volby. But I couldn't get past that price. Another thing I couldn't get past was like the fact that you could invest a lot into a weapon, but you wouldn't really get rewarded as much as you would like. Like, Warframe has this thing where it rewards you for like putting effort, but the mods in First Ascendant kind of started doing things. Yeah, thank you for coming. So I usually focus on like secondary weapons. I'm currently building the Akazani, but also talking about other stuff. So we are talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about like comparing Warframe to other games. I think it was going somewhere like that. I forget. Also, it's not always about if the character is sexy. For example, Hero is not sexy, but it sure as hell imposing Warframe. Yeah. And then you have the Proto Frame, which is coming out, and people are like, "Oh, he's so sexy," but to me, he's got a little bit of a belly, but he looks like a fucking, what is even the word? I don't want to use the word Chad. That's not the word I'm looking for. He looks like someone who has, like, authority, right? He looks like an authority figure of sorts. And it's like Harold definitely, yeah. Yeah, he looks like somebody who's here to kick ass. He may have a little bit of a belly, but he's definitely someone who has like a bit of like heft to his step, you know? Not step, step. I kind of want to butt punch her. I think punch through definitely would be very good. Oh, you're back from Ad Hell. Sorry. I'll probably repeat that. So like, thank you for the follow, White Troy. But Harold has this thing where he's like kind of chubby, but he has this really interesting thing where he looks like he has authority, and people like are just calling him sexy because like I guess like people like authority and stuff, like people who feel like they have authority even if they might not. He has this attitude about him that's really nice, right? And honestly, I don't think he's gonna be an asshole like the other frames, the other pro frames, like most of them at least. He may be a little bit hard to crack, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. At least I don't think. I think I do like that about him. He isn't like just straight up like combative or anything. He doesn't look like an enemy. I'm trying to think of what to do. Like I might have to form again. The merciless gunfight definitely is helping, but holy shit, if this weapon isn't gonna be like taking a lot of effort. Like this weapon, like I definitely. Okay, here's the thing though. I remember talking about how like the Oxani did like the Oxani that one creator did was like pretty powerful. Pretty like powerful. But like when I built it, it was better. I'll try to chalk up the numbers in my head. So like, its numbers, if I remember correctly, were like up to maybe 1,500. And keep in mind, he was also running a what's it called? What's it called? What is that thing called? Empowered build? I think it was empowered. So he's running an empowered build, and which also adds like a flat, like 750 damage. Yeah. And right now I'm doing 5,000 damage on an orange crit. So technically my point kind of stands, even though it's like a little bit scuffed because it does run out of ammo before the 20th enemy, but I think my point still does stand. Where I do challenge myself to do weapons after watching a video, and I do better in most cases. Not all the time. I'll probably clarify there, but not all the time. But I'm still very proud of my compressor. And the Atomos as well. I've seen people try to build the Atomos. Oh my god. Oh, the things I wanted to say to people when they're building the Atomos. Oh my goodness. Let me show you. This is the build. I'm actually gonna move it, like keep it on for a while as well. This is like the build I put. I've seen some interesting builds, like builds that work still. It's like not that they don't work. It's just that I find myself able to do like pretty good stuff with them. And I see the damage that people do. I'm kind of sort of just like, I'm not even using ramp up as well. I guess it sounds like me just being a little asshole, but like I guess it kind of sort of is. But like, I see a lot of people be all like, this weapon sucks, I don't want to use it. I'm over here like, I want to try it, and I do try it, and I'm over here like, this is actually pretty good. And I guess it's like being compared to other weapons, but a lot of the time it's like, a lot of people are just saying like secondaries aren't good because they're secondaries, and I'm over here like, huh? So, like, I actually saw somebody say like some of the best weapons in the game are secondaries, and I'm over here like, I do agree. But like, I've seen a lot of people say secondaries aren't shit. I'm over here like, I beg to differ. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 shots, and there we go. Oh, I got that one. It's like, oh, I apparently have a kitten now. My kitten decided to crawl on my mom's face, and now she's in here. Don't piss on my stuff, please, kitty. That's not allowed. And like I said, I'll show this again. Someone did a full magazine, I do this. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I wanna do this as well. Let me swap warframes. I'll put the one that has. Oh, let me put you away. No. I'll do the one that does not have green shards on her. I'm gonna do it again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And it's like, oh well, okay. But like, I've seen a lot of people try to build the compressor. And it's like, they do like a whole magazine instead of doing like a couple shots. Let me try one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, let's do 4. And it's like, I'll see them dump a whole entire magazine and do like some pretty interesting numbers. And then I'm just like, let me just like hop on Warframe just to confirm I'm not going crazy. And just use my compressor and see like, am I going crazy? Am I not actually using a good weapon? And then I go back and I look at their build and it's like, okay, I guess it's just a build. But you shouldn't need a full magazine to kill with the compressor. But yeah, it happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll see something and I'm just like, I feel challenged. Oh. I want to do purple and green. Purple and green. I didn't do that much with the other one, but I do want to do purple. Oh, this was supposed to be a short stream because I'm sick. Sorry guys, I was supposed to do a short stream because I was sick. I'm supposed to be resting. But, I'm at the 3-hour mark anyway. Usually I swap games, like, now. And I was gonna end it here, so sorry about that. I gotta watch my health. I am feeling a little exhausted right now, actually. I accomplished nothing! Again. See you guys later. Sorry about the, abrupt end. But, I do gotta get some sleep. Sorry about that. Thanks for streaming. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Also, hi Conquer. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Take care of myself. Yeah, I will. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.